Here's a hike in the San Gabriel Mountains from Angeles Crest Highway down Shortcut Canyon towards the West Fork Campground. This is called Shortcut Canyon and Trail because when it was built in the late 1890s, it really cut down the distance getting down into the San Gabriel's interior. It's also a part of the Silver Moccasin Trail. There's one slight drawback to this hike in that, to begin with, it's all downhill to get down to the bottom, and then of course the reverse of that, coming on up. So off we start, down into the canyon along the trail. This will end up being about a 6-mile hike with an 1,800-foot elevation drop to get down to the bottom of the canyon, and then of course the 1,800 feet up on the way back. And as we start dropping down, we can get a pretty nice view of Mount Wilson off in the distance with the radio towers atop. Mount Wilson, of course, is a feature that is pretty prominently visible and from many places in these mountains. So down and down we go along the trail, descending into the canyon. With one thing to be careful of, these very abundant, sharp, pointed yucca plants. In a few places the trail gets a little bit steep, where it takes a little bit of care to make sure you have solid footing. In some places we get into some quite nice wooded areas. In other areas the trail narrows down a bit, but it's actually a very nice trip. And then we reach the bottom of the canyon where the stream bed is. Although at this time of year there's practically no water in it, but still some fairly luxuriant growth, including, unfortunately, some poison oak. And looking upstream, a little pool of water where there would have been, in the wintertime, a waterfall. But our direction is downstream from here, and unfortunately without much of a trail. So from here there's not much choice but to start some boulder hopping down the stream bed. We went on for a while and then decided it was maybe time to stop and have a bite to eat. So after doing so, Dale tightens up his boot laces and off we go a little bit further downstream. But then we began to encounter more and more poison oak, so decided maybe this was far enough to go, even though we were still a little bit short of the West Fork Campground. So it was back up the stream bed and then back up the shortcut trail, heading back towards our car. With one last look at the mountain scenery on the way back.